Thank you. May we now hear from the Security and Exchange Commission. Any representative?
Yes, Mr. Chair, good morning po. The SEC supports the intent of the proposed measures to address and curb the proliferation of gambling activities in the country, and we recognize the serious social and economic issues arising from such practices, Mr. Chair. But at this point, we do not have any objections or comment, Mr. Chair, and we will just submit our official position paper.
Thank you. From the Department of Economy, Planning and Development.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. So let me read some parts of the position from the position paper we submitted to the committee. So the DepDev supports either the complete ban or prohibition, or if
Madam, can
not,
you speak louder?
okay, I'm sorry about that. So let me repeat. The DepDev supports the either a complete ban or prohibition of online gambling, or if not, a strict regulation of the industry. This is considering its minimal contribution to the economy, albeit we recognize it has potential benefits. But in our estimate, we considered the contribution minimal at around 0.37% of GDP. In our computation, we included, as with the DOF, we included the direct contribution as well as indirect benefits that accrue to the economy. We deem that this is minimal and will be offset by the significant social cost. Unfortunately, Mr. Chair, we're not able to quantify the social cost, but in our position paper, we have compiled a number of literature that analyzes the social impact, the social cost of online gambling. I will not go through these impact, Mr. Chair, but that summarizes our position. Given its minimal contribution to the economy and vis-a-vis the significant social cost, we do support either its complete prohibition or a stricter regulation. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Pagcor, may bago ba kayong position?
None, sir. Our position is for strict regulation, sir.
The same. May we hear from the National Bureau of Investigation.
Good morning, Mr. Chair, honorable members of the committee, fellow attendees. The NBI steadfastly supports the call of the House for a meaningful and timely responsive legislation to halt the problems of illegal gambling. We at the NBI will, as a law enforcement agency, rest assured that we will persist in our relentless efforts to enforce the law to its fullest extent and to protect the people from the destructive effects of online gambling, whether it be for strict regulation or for total prohibition, Your Honor. We will support the call of the law to be enacted, sir. And we will submit, Your Honor, our position paper for this matter, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Can we hear from the Cybercrime Investigation and Coordinating Center?
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Thank you for inviting the CICC in today's hearing. May I read, Your Honor, our position paper?
Go ahead.
If it's allowed. Thank you so much, Mr. Chair. The CICC is well aware of the complex social impact of online gambling and its contribution in national building and of PAGCOR and its industry it regulates. This office proposes regulation, not a total ban, of online gambling, subject to strict safeguards. Two pillars of policy intervention are apparent. The first pillar pertains to strengthening law enforcement and judicial frameworks, including penalties. The second pillar pertains to a robust and technology-driven regulatory, which includes utilization of advanced information and communications and digital forensic tools. And example, mandatory advanced protocols, blockchain, and AI-based monitoring. This is the position of the CICC, and this shall be submitted to the body, Your Honor.
So you haven't submitted yet your position paper to the committee?
I believe we have already sent an advanced copy, Your Honor. If not, Your Honor, we'll be submitting today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Now, may we hear from the PNP Anti-Cybercrime Group?
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Chair and members of this committee, other guests. We respectfully inform that the PNP-ACG, or the Anti-Cybercrime Group, expresses its unequivocal support to these legislative measures. Online gambling, when left unchecked, poses serious risk to cyberspace integrity, national security, and public welfare. And significantly, the Philippine National Police acknowledges the presence of online gambling operations legally authorized by the state. However, without the imposition of strict regulatory controls, this platform could easily be exploited for criminal activities and consequently operate beyond the bounds of law. So, Mr. Chair, we have submitted our comments and recommendation, but may I mention the two important on matters of investigation of the PNP-ICG. First one is to effectively disrupt and promptly investigate online gambling activities. The PNP shall be vested with authority. First, order the blocking of websites and applications engaged in such operations. Second, compel the disclosure of IP addresses, accounts, and other corresponding owners, including the registered operators or administrators of these platforms. Third, direct the freezing of funds or transaction connected to online gambling, including course through cryptocurrency, and the act of streaming or broadcasting live cockfights and any other online gambling be prohibited. And second, sir, incorporate a provision that will require the mandatory registration of owners, operators, administrators of websites and applications operating the Philippines to ensure that they will comply with the notices for blocking and takedowns. At present, sir, web hosts such as GoDaddy, Amazon, Cloudflare operate outside the country and are beyond the regulatory framework of the National Telecommunication Commissions and the jurisdiction of the Philippine courts. Otherwise, if these websites or applications are not registered, compliance with government notices may only be rejected. Correspondingly, the Anti-Cybercrime Group recommend that a penalty for failure to comply with the foregoing orders and registration shall also be included. This measure complements the Data Privacy Act of 2012, or the Republic Act 10173, and facilitates the accountability of digital service providers. Mr. Chair, the PNP strongly supports the enactment of legislative measures that seek to prohibit, regulate, and penalize online gambling. By instituting clear legal safeguards, stronger deterrence, and effective enforcement mechanism, this proposed law will serve as a vital protection for Filipino families and the moral fabric of society. The PNP commits its full cooperation in advancing these objectives. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, PNP. Now, we'd like to hear from the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. I would like to read our opening statement. First of all, we would like to thank the opportunity. Thank you for this opportunity to give our insights on the vital issue of online gambling regulation. Unregulated online gambling presents significant risks, including increased incidence of addiction, exposure to fraud, exploitation of vulnerable sectors, and the facilitation of illicit financial activities such as money laundering. On our part, the BSP is committed to promoting a safe, secure, and inclusive digital finance ecosystem for all Filipinos in line with our mandate under the National Payment Systems Act. While we note that the regulation of online gambling operations per se is not within the mandate of the BSP, it is entrusted with overseeing payment systems in the country for the purpose of promoting safe, secure, efficient, and reliable operation of payment systems to promote an environment conducive to the sustainable growth of the economy and the financial health of its consumers. It is important to emphasize, however, that while the BSP oversees payment system participants, it does not have regulatory authority over online gambling operations or their operators. As such, we would like to emphasize that a concerted and coordinated effort among concerned government agencies is essential to effectively regulate online gambling activities and protect vulnerable members of the society. Moreover, interagency collaboration is critical in addressing and dismantling illegal gambling operations that undermine the credibility of legitimate platforms and expose consumers to even greater risk. Actions that the BSP have taken on this matter are as follows. In 2021, we issued a circular letter, an advisory on illegal online gambling, mandating that BSP-supervised institutions must transact only with licensed gambling entities. Second, the suspension of in-app gambling access in mobile payment apps and websites under Memorandum Number M 2025-029. And third, the draft circular on the regulations on online gambling payment services, which is currently being finalized for Monetary Board approval. Nevertheless, the BSP continues to underscore that only licensed online gambling operators may be served by BSP-supervised institutions. The BSP also enforces stringent directives on AML, anti-money laundering, know your customer, and fraud prevention controls, consistent with international best practices to deter illicit activities, particularly those associated with unlicensed online gambling platforms. To further safeguard public welfare and uphold financial system integrity, regulation should prioritize the following key areas. First, establishing strong consumer protection and responsible gambling frameworks to prevent addiction and support affected individuals. Second, implementing robust age and identity verification systems to prevent underage and unauthorized participation. Third, ensuring transparent and fair gaming standards to promote public confidence. And fourth, strengthening anti-money laundering and counter-terrorism financing controls. And lastly, setting clear oversight mechanisms to ensure operator accountability. So in closing, we respectfully urge the committee to prioritize these considerations in developing a forward-looking legislative framework. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Deputy Governor. Now, can we hear from the G Exchange Incorporated?
Good morning, Mr. Chair. No? Good morning to the other honorable members of this honorable committee and to the other resource speakers. No? We are actually aware of the growing concerns over the problems associated with online gambling, and GCash wants to be part of the solution. And as GCash has always been a compliant company, we will definitely comply with whatever laws and regulations that will be passed and issues in relation to online gambling. GCash will be the government's partner in this very important endeavor, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Thank you. Now let's hear from Maya Philippines Incorporated.
Good morning, Mr. Chair, members of the committee. We welcome the committee's invitation to address the concerns surrounding online gambling. To stress, Maya is a Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas supervised financial institution that provides digital payments to both enterprises and consumers. Being engaged in digital payments, which is a highly regulated industry, we enforce strict compliance with the laws, policies, and BSP regulations governing the company. At the same time, we continue to advocate among our customers and partners the responsible use of our platforms and services. Rest assured, Mr. Chair, that Maya has complied and will continue to comply with relevant government directives, laws passed by Congress, and issuances by our regulator, the BSP. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Our last resource person from the Ad Standards Council, Mr. Aligada.
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Good morning to the honorable members. Let me just read a portion of the position paper that we have. The Ad Standards Council, or the ASC, realizes that online gambling has its ill effects to many consumers. It also, though, recognizes the contributions that the legal online gambling operators has given to the government, especially in the form of taxes paid and donations to help the indigent. The reality that online gambling has been misused and abused by some sectors of the society, like minors and the vulnerables, leading to some tragic events, is not being overlooked. The manner by which these online gambling sites have been so easy to access has become a bane to society. But the question is, should the entire industry, even those that have been approved by government to run their business, be penalized? How can we mitigate the potential harm of advertising that reaches the minors and vulnerables? We would like to inform the body that together with PAGCOR, the Ad Standards Council has been coming up with a new set of guidelines insofar as advertising is concerned that is more stringent, more strict, which includes but will not be limited to featuring children or those who are under 21 years old, exploiting susceptibilities in terms of how they see gambling to be, those who are in financial need or despair, so on and so forth. It will not be presented with the impression that gambling is a money-making activity and that it solves financial problems. These are just some of the provisions. The AC sees that the balanced implementation of the principles of business and consumer protection is the better alternative versus a total ban on online gambling, as this may precariously lead the vulnerables to be entrapped in the illegals. Rest assured that the Ad Standards Council, as a law-abiding private organization, will always be an astute implementer of the law. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair.